Nothing more exciting than a low battery. We are down to just 8%. I am on day 8 and I made it this morning. I was at 21%, almost a full 12 hours later. I'm down to 8%. I probably could make another hour, but I want to test the quick charge. We're going to use this adaptive plug by Samsung, 10 watts or 15 watts. Now it's kind of cool. There's a little magnet there, pretty easy to line up. If you don't put it on right, it doesn't work. So we'll put this on right, off and running, and charging. Now, unlike other Android devices, it does not give you an estimate. And also, kind of good, when it is charging, it doesn't completely lock down the watch, but I highly recommend, other than synchronizing it, that you just leave the watch alone and let it charge. See you soon. Ooh, 9% already. And just like that, in about 10 minutes, we went from 8% to 26 and charging. So at this point, I could unplug it and it would make it through the rest of today and till tomorrow morning, but we'll just let it ride and see if OnePlus is right on the fast charging. Just got the low battery warning, so let's hit close, swipe down, 10%, yikes. And I've had it on automatic brightness, so there's low, there's medium, blaring high, and then automatic. If you're indoors, yeah, I could keep it at low, and I'm sure that saves battery, but they didn't indicate that. Well, maybe they did on the small font, so I've always kept it on auto brightness. Let's do some math and see how long this watch lasted on the half charge. I made it 8 days off a full charge, and then I charged it like they recommended to 51%, and they said a 20-minute charge is gonna last 7 days. Well, yeah. So Tuesday at 19:56, I was at 51%, 35, 23, 20, 14. So within 63 hours and 30 minutes, it fell from 51% to 10%. Why 4 days instead of 7? Let's take a look, shall we? Number one, I think you have to have it on low brightness most of the time. That's my spin. So reason number one, brightness was too high. The other one is I'm tracking SpO2 at night. The other reason is the watch does not have airplane mode. And a fourth reason could be GPS usage. But here's the thing, over the past 63 hours, I didn't do any GPS workouts. So there. Look, I'll prove it to you. We go to workouts, pool swim on the 27th. That was it, freestyle, no GPS there. Now, the pool swim workout, I was impressed. It did the meters pretty much the same as Apple, and it even knew when I was swimming freestyle or breaststroke. And then it does the intervals, it does the average S-Wolf, number of strokes, pretty amazing for a $150 watch. See, I can barely read it, so I'm gonna have to turn it back to auto brightness. As far as the SpO2, that's not even synchronizing, so I guess I should have turned it off. And if you go under Manage, Device Settings, Health Settings, oh, track SpO2 during sleep, that was off. Okay, auto measure heart rate, it's on Smart, so it's not on real time, so that's not tracking it. So we can cross off SpO2 at night. I did have that enabled, but the last time the watch updated, which was last Wednesday, it probably turned it off. This device will track your SpO2 when you wear it to sleep. Private feature will increase power consumption. Okay, well, I didn't have that enabled, so that's not the factor. That's it. I'm running the latest version of the watch OS by OnePlus. There's the version number in case you're wondering. So either the marketing promises were just a facade. I don't know how they got that extra 3 days. So I'm gonna have to try it again. Actually, I think I'll just charge it all the way to 100 and see if we can get anywhere close that 14 days that they advertise. But as far as the 50% charge, well, so far, that is a myth. What are your thoughts? Are you gonna buy this watch? And everyone's talking about how big it is. It's really not that big. Someone asked, this is a TicWatch watch band that I got off Amazon. Unfortunately, they're no longer selling it. This does take just your standard 22mm watch band. I've slammed my watch into a door several times, not a scratch on it. So whatever type of glass they use, I believe it's a Gorilla Glass. I'll throw it on the screen. They did a good job. Now the step count, still not quite accurate. It was better after the update. Also, after the update, this is what I've lost. Even when I manually check my heart rate, there are no stats synchronizing. But if you go to the watch, oh, that's not an interactive one, I forgot. So there's my heart rate. See all those stats? It's been tracking all night. See, resting, 63. So my heart rate's tracking, but none of the data is getting passed over to the watch. So aggravating. Do an SpO2 test. Keep watch face up. Keep still. Okay, I'm keeping really still. 97. All right. Well, let's compare to Apple, shall we?
Start.
$89. Wow, that's a lot lower than it should be. So just so you know, the blood oxygen can be a very good indicator of your health. For example, if you had lung issues or whatnot, 80, wow, it's always higher. Okay, I guess I can't talk. Okay, so now they're only 2 off. One more. So if we go back into the OnePlus, there's not a way to view that info unless you synchronize the watch, which I've been trying to do. We'll try one more time. So when you're in the health app, you just pull down, updating data, no heart rate, no SpO2. The other thing that drives me crazy is that I'll do workout. If I go to my workouts, I did a workout on the 27th, it's not there. It's in the app. It's right here. Here's my pool swim, but it doesn't count. It counts on the watch. So when you go to the app, activities, and you scroll down, if I do a workout, there's my workout minutes, my calories. Calories don't cross over either. So we're missing stress data. That's not synchronizing. SpO2, heart rate, and the workout points. The only thing that's synchronizing is sleep, steps. My actual workouts are coming through, but they're not counting towards the fitness. And I did what OnePlus suggested. I unpaired the watch and then I repaired it. They said it should not be connected directly through Bluetooth. So you don't want to connect it through that way. You want to have the app, and I did that. So I don't know what to say. But I still like the watch. I think it's great. Especially for that $150 price point. It's a really good looking timepiece. Let me show you some of my favorite watch faces. Here's one, the triple ring track. Then we have this one, retro electronics. And this one happens to be an AM PM, which is nice. This is the red velvet. Pretty cool, right? A little second hand. Here's a gradient one. And right there, when you see that little setting, you can click on it and you can change the settings. There we go. So I can swipe and I can do orange, fuchsia, what was that? Gray, another orange, blue. Ooh, that blue's kind of cool. And then they also did another release. You notice how sensitive it is when I flip my wrist. Almost the same as the Apple. And if you scroll down, go to settings, and then you go to display and brightness. I have it set to screen off time 7 seconds. So back to our earlier discussion, that might have been a killer on battery life as well. Screen settings. The notifications work just fine. Here's one from my friend. And then right here, I can click reply and say, in a meeting, contact you later. and then it quickly replies to him. Pretty cool. And that's through Messenger. And then it does notify me of my sleep every day, which I like. Check out your sleep today, view details. And as far as the sleep, I find it to be pretty accurate. There's my sleep, which, funny enough, before the update, the sleep was not syncing. And then after the update, yeah. And then before the update, I was losing steps. Now I'm not losing steps and a bunch of other myriad of problems. So you have your sleep assessment, you have the sleep stages, normal, deep sleep percentage, recommended more than 80% of the first half of your sleep. All right, and it gives you all these stats. Interruptions, I just had one, and it looks like it was about 3 minutes. Yeah, I got up to get a drink of water. My bedtime, I was late by 3 minutes. And then wake up time, I woke up early. Pretty cool, right? You can go to week, you can go to month, and it gives you the averages, which is quite nice. I don't think Fitbit had this for their first device. I was just searching for my first Fitbit, the Fitbit 1, because that's really what you should be comparing this to. This is a first gen device by OnePlus. And the watch faces are great. Fitbit and Garmin didn't have this many watch faces when they first started out. There's the daily activity set as watch face, and watch how fast that is. Boom, done. We have this one right here, the practical, done. And this one is interactive. When you click on the actual face, it goes right to the weather, it goes right to phone calls, and you can make a call right from the device. Let me show you. So dial pad, let's call someone who's not gonna be answering right away. Let's call T-Mobile. So that's the speaker quality.
Just to be sure, do you have a question about sending or receiving calls?
Yes, I do.
All right. Is the issue associated with mobile number?
No.
As part of this call and subsequent interactions from this call.
So the speakerphone is pretty good. And then back to the watch faces, you know, it depends on your preference. They have quite a few. And yes, a lot of them are in military time. Oh, this one's kind of cool. This is an LCD classic one. So there, it quickly added it. See how fast that was? Garmin does not add watch faces that quickly. And this is a 24-hour one. Let's see if it has, nope, no settings. Oh, you have to have the buggy-eyed dog. There you go. Ooh, that's, okay, that's kind of creepy. And then we have, watch face limit reached. So you can only add 14 practical watch faces, which I already showed you, and then we have the minimalistic ones as well. And all these are free, and I imagine they'll be adding more very soon. Set as watch face. Yeah, I like that one. Let's see if, no, this one is not interactive, but that's okay. And you can't change it, but it does have the seconds on there. That's nice. Yeah. So just a few more thoughts about this watch. Day 11, that was Monday, April 26th. The sleep data was on my watch and then vanished, but then it synchronized. The OnePlus watch had 6,035 steps. My Garmin Tactics Delta had 6,083, whereas the Apple Watch had 6,800. So if we compare all these watches, I mean, the comparison's not quite fair because Garmin and Apple have been making devices longer. All through that day, I wore all three watches and they were within just a few hundred steps. Apple Watch, for some reason, was about 800 above both of these. The HR was still missing back then, so was SpO2, workout time not being synchronized, the calories not in the app. But, I mean, at least they are on the watch so you can view them, you know? But still, the fact that they don't get synchronized is, that is a red flag of illiteracy in my opinion, and OnePlus should not have made that error. And then the floor count is actually pretty accurate, give or take. Here, we'll compare it live. So I have 8 floors on the OnePlus watch. Scroll. Only 2 flights on Apple. Let's check Garmin. 3 flights. Okay, That's odd. I don't know why it's okay. So floor count is not that accurate. It was on Monday. So now we're on day 15. Today is Friday. I've had this more than 2 weeks. I contacted OnePlus to return the device, and they never contacted me back. I have a ticket number, so right now I'm just waiting for an RMA, but I might keep it. I actually sold my Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 to keep this device. I don't know that I've made a mistake. To be honest, I was a bit worn out during reviews on the Galaxy Watch Active 2, and I would like to buy the Galaxy Watch Active 3, and I don't know, we'll see. But those are my thoughts 15 days later. Yes, there are still several bugs to fix, but if we have a little faith in OnePlus, I think they're going to come through, and this is going to be an amazing watch for less than $200. If you did the pre-order, then you're going to pick it up for, well, with taxes and shipping, $150 even, which is an amazing deal. The workout records, those have all been stored, and again, really impressed by the swimming. The accuracy, no, it's not medical grade, but at the same time, this is their first generation watch, and you have to keep that in consideration. It does give you some nice feedback on your workouts. So I think they have delivered in that point. The battery life, I don't know how they got to 14 days off one charge, and I don't know how they got to an entire week off a half a charge, but it does charge fast, which I showed you already. Yeah. And those are my thoughts about the OnePlus watch. Take it or leave it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And good news, I found my original OnePlus One. This was my first fitness tracker back in 2013. This started the madness. Not really my addiction to gadgets, that started long ago, but this started my hobby of tracking health. So thanks Fitbit for getting me on the right track and get stepping. Let's start a discussion. That's my favorite part about social media, is that everyone can give their honest thoughts. If you think this is a buy, pithy comments down below. If you think OnePlus settled, even though they said that you should never settle, again, I would love to know your thoughts. As for me, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna return it. I might sell it if OnePlus comes out with a new and improved model. I might have to exchange this for another one if they can't fix the synchronization issue. I'm gonna reformat this watch and reconnect everything and see if that helps. And yes, I'll give you an update. And that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And yes, numbers mean something and numbers mean nothing at all. And let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. Goodbye.